Hello guys, welcome to our channel AskPrep. Today's series is of 11th class biology. We will be studying about the chapter 2, that is biological classification in detail. Also, we have added important note points for your examination perspective. All the best for your exam. Let's start the video. Introduction to the biological classification. Biological classification is defined as process of grouping organisms according to certain similarities. Linnaeus proposed the two kingdoms of classification. He classified organisms in the animal kingdom, which is called Animalia, and the plant kingdom, which is called Plantae. There are certain limitations with classification of two kingdoms, as it does not distinguish between eukaryotes and prokaryotes, unicellular and multicellular organisms, and photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organisms. 5 kingdom classifications. R.H. Whittaker suggested the 5 kingdom classification. The classification of these 5 kingdoms is as follows: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. The classification was based on organization of thallus, cell structure, mode of nutrition, phylogenetic relationship and mode of reproduction. Now we will discuss in detail. Kingdom Monera. The bacteria are one of the main members of Monera. All organisms found in this kingdom are prokaryotes. It includes blue-green algae and bacterium. They can be found in terribly extreme habitats such as hot springs, deserts, snow and deep oceans. All Monerans are prokaryotes, that is, do not have definite nucleus. They can be autotrophs, heterotrophs, moreover as parasites. Cell wall is present. They are divided into 2 parts, mainly Archaeobacteria and Eukarybacteria. Archaeobacteria can be thermoisodyliphic, halophilic and methogenic. Their cell wall structure differ from other Monerans. Methogenes are found in intestines of some ruminants such as buffalo and cows, help to produce biogas from animal dung. Eubacteria. They are called true bacteria. They are characterized by presence of a mobile phalangium and rigid cell wall. Contain cyanobacteria. They are similar to plants as they contain chlorophyll. For this reason, they are called photosynthetic autotrophs. Cyanobacteria are unicellular filamentous algae that form colonies which are surrounded by glacious sheath. Some have special structure known as heterocytes that help in nitrogen fixation in place, for example, nostoc. Chemosynthetic autotrophs. These bacteria can oxidize certain inorganic substances such as nitrates energy, which is released during the process of oxidation is used in production of ATP. Bacteria can reproduce asexually by a process called binary fission. They can also reproduce through spores if situation is not favorable. Mycoplasma is classified found under Monera. They have no cell wall and can easily survive under anaerobic conditions. Mycoplasma are known to be the smallest living organisms. Now discussing the second, Kingdom Protista. Single-celled eukaryotes placed under Kingdom Protista. They are most aquatic in nature. They are found to be unicellular eukaryotic organisms. They have a well-defined nucleus that is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. They can move through both cilia and flagella. Respiration can be both aerobic and anaerobic, and the mode of reproduction can be both sexual and asexual. They are divided into chlorophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenids, slime molds, and protozoans. Cyrospores. It consists of both diatoms and golden algae. They live in both fresh and marine water. They are mostly photosynthetic. Silicia is found in their cell wall. This is the reason that their cell wall is indestructible and is responsible for formation of diatomaceous earth. They are main producers found in oceans. They are mostly unicellular flagellants. Dinoflagellates. This type of organisms are marine and perform photosynthesis. They can be different colors, for example yellow, brown, red or blue. The appearance of colors due to presence of different colored pigments present in the cell of dinoflagellates. The cell wall is made up of cellulose. They have 2 flagella, with one flagellum placed longitudinally and other flagella placed transversely. Some of the examples are Gynoclora, Nocutula situlans. Euglenids are freshwater organisms found in stagnant water. They are surrounded by a protein-rich layer called pellicil. They have one short flagellum and one long flagellum. They can behave as both autotrophic and heterotrophic organisms. For example, Euglena. Most euglenids have chloroplasts so that they can synthesize their own food. The food reserves found in euglenids are the parental carbohydrates. Slime molds. They are saprophytic in nature and under favorable conditions form aggregates known as plasmodium. They form fruiting bodies with spores under unfavorable conditions. They have true cell walls and are extremely resistant to adverse conditions. Protozoans. They are known to be heterotrophs. They can live as both predators as well as parasites. Protozoans are 4 types: ammoebite protozoa, flagellate protozoa, ciliated protozoa and sporozoa. Ammoebite protozoa found in fresh water, moist soil or sea water and have cydopodia to ingest food particles such as amoeba. Flagellate protozoa can be both types of free-living or parasitic. This group of organisms is responsible for various parasitic disease. For example, trypanosomonas cause sleeping sickness. Ciliated protozoa have thousands of cilia. The movement of cilia helps them to move forward or backward. It also helps in getting nourishment from outside, for example, paramecium. Sporozoa forms reproductive cells known as spores. They are pathogenetic and parasitic. For example, Plasmodium species causes malaria. Reproduction can be both asexual and sexual. Kingdom fungi. Fungi are naturally heterotrophic. Some feed on dead organic matter and are called saprophytes, and some can feed on living organisms known as parasites. Some fungi live in mutual relationship with other organisms such as algae. They are called lichens. These type of fungi are called symbionts. Lichens are symbiotic relationship between fungi and algae, and microzoa is symbiotic relationship between fungi and roots of higher plants. Reproduction in fungi can occur by many methods such as budding, fragmentation, fission, and asexual reproduction occurs means of spores, which are called sclerodia. Mycelium, the vegetative part of fungus. The hypa network is called the mycelium. During the sexual life cycle of fungi, 2 haploid hyphae fuse to form diploid cells. The kingdom fungi are divided into different classes: Sycomycetes, Isomycetes, Basidiomycetes, Dirometer-seeds and Zygomycetes. Kingdom Plantae. It includes eukaryotic, multicellular and photosynthetic plants. The characteristics of members of Plantae are as follows. Most of them are eukaryotic in nature. The main pigment present is chlorophyll. Its cell wall is made up of cellulose. Photosynthesis helps in synthesis of food. The process of reproduction can be both sexual and asexual. They represent the phenomenon of alternation of generations, that is diploid saurophytes and haploid saurophytes. Kingdom Animalia. These type of organisms are heterophobic and eukaryotic. Some of characteristics of members of Animalia are as follows. They are multicellular organisms of various size. Breathing takes place through gills, book lungs, book gills, skin lungs. The circulation takes place through blood vessels and the heart. Reproduction takes place through the formation of haploid gametes. The kidneys are the most important excretory organ. They are found to be bilaterally symmetrical. Viruses. The viruses are acellular structures and therefore do not find a place in Whittaker 5 kingdom classification. They consist of nucleic acid that is surrounded by a protein coat. These viruses can grow, multiply only within a host cell. Viruses exist as crystals outside the host cell. They cause disease and several damage the host. For example, varroa causes smallpox, HIV causes AIDS. Viroids. They are smallest known infectious structures and consist only of nucleic acid without a protein shell. Thanks for watching video. We will be dropping notes in description of this video. If you found this video very helpful, kindly do like, subscribe and share. See you in next video again. All the best for your exam.